Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RuckU Ramble, RuckU Rubbish, usual stuff. Quite an interesting week. I see on the site Luke McAllister has been quoted, been stirring it up, right, sort of saying that Northern Hemisphere's got a bit of a chip on its shoulder about Southern Hemisphere rugby. From the safety of being back in Auckland. I think he's got a few valid points actually. I know a few of the guys got a bit wound up on the site, but I still think there was a big gulf between the Southern Hemisphere skill levels and the Northern Hemisphere. Not what I know. And I'm also accused of being biased towards the Southern Hemisphere. I'm not. There's quite a bit about the Southern Hemisphere that I don't like. John O'Neill. Steve Walsh. Anyway, so I'm not biased, honestly. I see Danny Cipriani might be delaying an operation to his ankle. I think it's his ankle. Since Flood has now got himself injured. So he's put that off. So obviously thinks there's a bit of a chance somewhere, a bit of an outside chance, putting off operations. I too have put off my liposuction. I think the training is going very well. So is Cipriani going to sneak in on the Lions tour? You heard it here first. That's a rubbish. Looking back, wow, what a weekend. Munster, Leinster. Jeez, what a game. Worrying, I think, from a Lions point of view. I know a few guys have said it was just one game, but there was a few of the boys just really not there. You know, Ronan, where the fuck are you? Ronan, your mind is not on it. I'm not sure what it's on. I'd like to know. But it's not on the pitch or the game, is it? So we really need Rony to sharpen up. Big chat, Paul O'Connell, Brian O'Driscoll, who did best? Ah, man, it's that whole thing about one guy leads a team. Rubbish. Apart from obviously in my case, I was special. So I think Brian O'Driscoll is back to his best, and if he plays like that, he'll inspire the Lions. End of story. Leicester Cardiff. Jeez, what a game. What a last 10 minutes of normal time. That was brilliant. That was some great rugby. But I don't agree with it being a penalty kick-off. Kick out. Kick it. Kick them. Should be a kicker thing. I just don't. It just doesn't seem the way it should finish. Just take a player off every 5 minutes or something until someone scores. Golden try, golden drop goal, golden whatever. And it was just not right to watch Martin Williams lose that. What a great player. Just it wasn't. Leicester go through, great. Great for them. Leicester Leinster final. It'd be good if the old bookie, if commentators had a few. Leicester Leinster. But it just didn't seem right to me, I have to say. Lions injuries then. Looking at that, Tom Shanklin is now dislocated shoulder and out. O'Leary's out. My bet is O'Leary will be replaced by a lot of, is it going to be a jock? I'll take Danny Kerr. I'm biased. Pace. He's got pace, hard grounds, pace. Frighten the, he could scare, confuse the South African back row. Throw in the odd little arithmetic puzzle, to them, stand there and then beat them for pace. You're going to have to, 2 plus 3, 3 times 4. That sort of stuff, and then run, and there'll be that hesitation. Oh yeah, man. Oh, jeez, I think it's no. What is it? Hey, yeah, hey. Anyway, but yeah, I'll go for him. Shanklin, who'll be replaced by Roberts, probably the favourite. Outside bet of Lucy. And Quinlan, will he get banned? What? I don't know. I don't want to belittle that, but a bit. What was it? Is rubbing a bit of leather in someone's face. Is that a crime? Actually, I was reading, thinking about that. Ugo Monyo's big thing about, what a miracle it is that he's on the Lions tour. What a miracle is he's playing. Apparently he had back spasms during January. Jeez, I suffered, my whole career. I didn't have a spine. I struggled. Bit of a surprise though, but, he's back. What a great miracle. He's back, he's walking. No. The miracle I remember looking at was Jason Leonard. Now talk about a comeback from injury. Jace had injured his neck. And I remember being the captain, the sort of captain I was, brilliant, sensitive, ever aware. I hadn't got a clue. He'd injured against the Welsh. No idea. He was a forward. I didn't care. And anyway, after match function, he comes over to me. He was at the bar. I wasn't, obviously. I wasn't around. And he goes, Will, it's Chin. He says, all right, Chin. He says, I've got a fucking problem. Now, I'm not being arrogant or conceited or aloof. You know, I knew that. And obviously immediately said, Chess, nothing few elocution lessons couldn't put right. He didn't understand what I was talking about. He said, there's something wrong, mate. You know, he said, I can't. He said, my right arm, it ain't working. I'm having a drink, left-handed. He said, it's not fucking right. He said, I'm going to have to sort this out. There's something wrong with my fucking arm. He didn't care that his scrummaging or whatever was slightly impaired. He got through the game. That was fine. We'd beaten Wales, and he got through everything he needed to do on the pitch, but if he couldn't drink with his fucking right hand, he'd have to go and have it sorted out. So he went and had his neck grafted, as you do as a prop, and didn't miss one game. And his drinking went right back with his right hand. Now that is what a real rugby player is all about. See you next week.